25th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. And our mission is to teach Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians who they are according to the Bible, and that the oppressor is the goddamn devil the Bible speaks of, man. That's right. You already know, man. Today is the Tuesday Brotherhood class. We're going to keep rocking it out. We've been in the book of Maccabees, so that's what we're going to pick up at. But before we get to the book of Maccabees, man, I just want to switch gears real quick, man, and let y'all know, man. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Keep paying attention to the news, man. It's very important that we pay attention to what's going on in the world. The scriptures are, let me tell you something, Revelation means exactly that, to reveal, man. And the book of Revelation is coming true. I know we all just heard about that mall shooting. You get what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you something. Them prayers that in the Isupk that we send up, them prayers is being heard, man, because all the terrorists is loose, man. Right. You understand? There will be no peace in this place until the Lord returns, man, and puts right what the oppressor has made crooked, of course, by the Lord's will. But he has been doing so much wicked things in this place until the Lord's chosen that nobody is at peace now, man. So you're going to keep seeing mall shootings and school shootings and Walmart shootings, man. We just watched a brother get choked out on the goddamn on the subway. Yeah, on the subway train. And nobody felt any kind of compassion for that brother whatsoever. Everybody sat back and watched that man get murdered in cold blood. So I have a question. What's the difference between that brother getting choked out by a goddamn devil in a mall shooting? Right. People are dying in cold blood, right? But it's only a problem when the oppressor gets hurt. Right. It's only a problem when Esau suffers. Then it's a problem. Let me tell you something, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. It's time to come back into your own, man, into your own nation. It's time to have the true spirit of brotherhood and to stay a hell away from the oppressor who is the devil the Bible speaks of, man. I pray this place burns down, man. And with that being said, man, we about to get back into it, man. We've been in the book of Maccabees, and it's very important, the book of Maccabees, man. And here's the sad part. I wish I would have had this book when I was in the Christian church. But the Christian church purposely keeps books like the Maccabees out of the hands of Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, out of the hands of Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian men. Because what the book of Maccabee does is it puts a war spirit on you. Right. It puts a spirit of brotherhood. It puts a spirit of unwavering devotion in you. And this is something that they do not want Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians to have. They want you to be easily swayed. They want you to be easily manipulated. They want to be thrice the nation lives. You understand? Black, Hispanic, Native Indian. They were mighty and valiant men. From the very the Native Indians, brothers and sisters, to continue to fight for his brothers and sisters, and continue to serve the Lord. It is possible. They great valor. It was told. It was
told him also of their wars. Besides this, how they had discomfort in battle. Philip and Ferris and Perseus, king of the Scythians, with others they lifted up themselves against them and had them. Verse 6. Against them and with great army was discomforted by them.
If you just think about it, right before you just think about it, he has nothing original. Everything he has still, you understand, he knew how to fight a war before he learned before he the war strategy that he, you understand, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, and your history and your culture is no different. Right. The oppressor has stolen your war tactics. There's a brother named Hannibal Barca, right? He really defeated the Romans, and every tactic that he instituted to defeat the Romans, they immediately stole it from him. He employed what's called scorched earth, and everybody has heard about this tactic. That is not a tactic the Romans implemented before war with Hannibal Barca. He implemented it, and they immediately stole it. Right. When you think about cannonbolts, and other engines of war, those were not Roman inventions. Those were all inventions that Romans stole. Prime example, the war elephants. There are no elephants in Rome. There are no elephants in Rome. So where the hell would they get war elephants from? It's another war tactic that they stole from their enemies. So don't look the fact that they got these weapons of war to make it seem like they're the greatest army on the earth. Because let me tell you something. If you're the greatest army on the earth, why the hell do you need to steal from any other army? Right. If you're the best at anything, why do you need to steal from somebody else? Yes. All the Cobra Black Panthers? Absolutely not. We are the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Started out on 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. The Black Panthers wish they could be us. You understand? That's right. We are the true Black supremacists. You understand? The Black Panthers allow any and everybody in the organization. Only thing you got to do is say you're for Black people. That is not what the ISUPK represents. Any and everybody cannot be a part of this organization. You have to be Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian to be a part of this. This is a birthright, not a fan club. That's the difference between us and them.
Right.
Let's get some more.
Verse 7. And how they took him alive and covenanted that he had, and such as resigned after him should pay a great tribute and give hostages, and that which was agreed upon.
Right.
Verse 8. In the country of India and Media.
In the country of who?
In the country of India.
Keep going.
And Media.
Median. Median, I believe that'd be the country.
No, it says Media.
Okay, no sweat.
And Ladai. And of the good and of the goodliest countries which they took of him and gave to King
It's all good.
It is what it is. Moreover, moreover, others had determined to come and destroy them.
Listen, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, everybody and they got their mamas against you.
Right.
Everybody and their mother wants to destroy you. All the families of the earth are against you, Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. And for you, listen, in 2023, I'll use this for an example. In 2023, this is the saddest thing that I've seen in 2023. That, well, I ain't gonna say the saddest thing that I've seen because I see a lot of sad things. But this is one of the saddest things in 2023 that is fresh in mind, right? Watching these three training. That is the saddest thing that I 2023 people can see Indian man on that. I wait. Right? I'm not saying to just go out and commit a random acts of violence like that devil did to that brother. But you should have fought for that brother. You should have got that goddamn devil off of that brother's neck.
Right.
Did you not listen? It wasn't even a fair fight. Not that it was a fight at all, because the devil sneaked attacked and crept up from behind and choked the brother for no reason other than the brother being homeless. Being a crime is still being Black is still a crime in America. Right. And the sad part is everybody else didn't want me in that. He knows what to do. I would have caught a with his face clean on his face. Understand? Kill that man for no reason being homeless and asking for something to eat. Asking for something to eat is now a crime in America if you're Black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. Add that to the list of harmless crimes. What was the excuse? So I've heard several different stories. I heard somebody say that the brother, and we're going to get back to the scriptures, but real quick, I got to address on this, man, because what they was bringing out about these other nations, how they all hate us, this is absolutely the truth. You understand? And we have to realize this. So this now has to be added to the crime, Black, Hispanic, being killed. Anthony, he was screaming. Now screaming death by every goddamn from here on out choked to death. Every goddamn scream and holler person meltdown should be choked to death by the same. You understand? Is this because that brother is screaming on a train he's supposed to be put to death. From here on out, any other outburst, right? Any Karen outburst should be punishable by death. The next white lady that screams anything and makes a scene and raises her voice should be put to death, because that's all we see Karens do. By that same logic, there is no reason why that black man should be dead. And that devil should be brought up on charges immediately, as well as every other devil that grabbed that man. Did I not say the other devil was holding the other devil's legs? It was a modern day lynching that we witnessed in a public place. Same way that man went places. There's nothing that has from then to now, but it's been an Indian. Even to the point that we can fight back. Not right now. Brothers in the army of the Lord here in Isupk. A public lynching will not happen on our watch. You understand? You're gonna see what a real life superhero looks like. The way I'm gonna bust up on my shirt like Superman and protect and save my brothers. Because that's all I'm asking you to do. Save your brothers, protect your brothers. Every brother, every innocent person on the face of this planet has a right to live, and that black man was innocent. Just like we're going over in the law in the scriptures now about how the Israelites were being put to death for no other reason than being a goddamn black, Hispanic, or Native Indian and following their God. Go ahead.
To further add on to that, even if they ain't innocent, let's say this, even if they ain't innocent, let them be justified with by a just crowd.
Yeah, let them be
because the
judged.
oppressor will just put any black, Hispanic, and Native Indian to death, no matter what the situation is. Like you said, there's a bunch of rumors going around what the brother did. Let's just say the brother was yelling at a bunch of people.
None of that was punishable by death.
None of it was. He didn't physically put his hands on nobody. He wasn't assaulting anybody. He wasn't in nobody's personal space all up in your grill, cussing you out and nothing. He was screaming for food.
You mean like how Karens do when they come in your personal space and put their hands on you and attack you, and you try to walk away and they step in front of you and grab you and everything else? How would your other Karen hit a little
stick boy's bike and made him bust stuff?
But listen, I'm gonna be teaching classroom for my child. You understand?
Right.
I would defend my child to the death. Like the Karen doing that, sticking a stick in a child's bike to make the child fall and bust they goddamn, that's attempted murder in my eyes.
Right.
That is attempted murder in my eyes. If I was to do assault at the least. But here's the thing, just like you say with all these transgenders and all other things, I don't know if that's brain surgery, anything of that nature. You're going to stick a to make them pay head. That like I said, school shooter now, unarmed black man, even by villains, are killed. Unarmed man, civilians killed. Cop kill a black, Hispanic, or Native Indian. The only qualification is to be white and want to kill.
Right.
Look at Cal Rittenhouse. He was white and wanted to kill. He got away with it.
Right.
He killed the devil, and they still didn't charge him because the devil that he killed were helping black people, which is a crime. How is it a crime? Because it's a crime for anybody to help blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
We live it every day. We see it. Come on, folks. Let's get back to the scriptures, man. But that had to be addressed. And we got the devils. I pray more options. I pray for torment the blacks, Hispanics, and Indians torment. Right. You understand? We can't even without afraid of being ex will be afraid. That's want to be Batman. It's going to be Batman. We can't even subway. So if we can't run the goddamn subway, you should be able to walk the mall. You should not be allowed to walk through a mall without fear of somebody shooting it up. If we can't ride the subway without fear of somebody choking us to death, what the hell gives you the right to feel like you should walk through the mall without fear of somebody shooting it up? With the audacity of these devils, man. They want to circle around and cry and can't believe it. Well, where was that same energy for that brother that got choked out? His death was unjustified. His death, his death was just the same. Some devils that died.
It's not more.
It was more.
Scripture go. Like how you said, I'm thinking that the devil running through.
So at this point, because I'm not black, like not black was starting job. I did. Like people coming unhinged in this wicked place. They don't have the answers because you know what I'm saying. They want to believe in white society so bad because they refuse to accept the fact that white society just hates them. Like you know what makes us strong in our Isupk? We understand that white society don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and that we can only rely on ourselves. The difference between us and people in the world is that they want so bad to believe in this society. So now what black people are doing is they're starting to do what they white people do to get mass murder, even though it's not having that. I don't even think I did anything. It was just I that's what, because this is the only place that can help black and Indians. This goddamn joke proven already. It has been proven ineffective. Trying to strike solutions with the oppressor has proven ineffective. Only thing that's proven to work is segregation. Us over here and them over there. That's the only thing that has been proven to work. Let's get back to the scriptures. So lucky. Hearing these goddamn devils, how they plotting against Israelites, man. It's an everyday thing, man. Even back here with the Maccabees to 2023, all these other nations, man, still plotting against blacks, Hispanics, Native Indians. No matter where you at. Let's get the book of
and that they having knowledge there were carried away captive and pulled down the servant to this day.
Damn right. What does that sound like? Keep going.
Verse 11. It was told him besides how they destroyed and brought under their dominion, all other kingdoms and isles, and that at any time resisted them. Verse 12. And they and that had so far as heard of their name.
This is what the oppressors do to this failure off a reputation alone.
Right.
You understand? Let's just be honest, man. The oppressor is nowhere near as strong as he used to be. Go ahead.
It's funny when you bring that up because it immediately reminds me of America.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. It immediately reminds me of America versus the world. Because like how you said, because like I was bringing up, I think it was last class, It's talking about how America was dropping all those bombs on China now, and Hiroshima and Nagasaki, tearing them up.
Mhm.
But now that they starting to get together, starting to get the Americans.
Right.
It's just crap.
And these other nations are not playing. They are pulling together all their resources because even the other nations know once you get America out the way, you know what I'm saying? Everything else will fall in place the way it needs to be. Because these other nations and alliances that they have, they're not forever. These alliances are not forever. They're just a temporary alliance to defeat what they perceive as a greater threat. Once that threat is out the way, because let me tell you something, they are going to destroy the oppressor here in America.
Right.
They're going to destroy them. And let me tell you something, all these devils now just trying to act like they're Americans and all of that loves America and the red, white, and blue, the ones that don't die and don't fight in the war, watch how fast they switch up and they're going to be Russian. Like they could go anywhere and blend in. Like they could go anywhere and blend in with other white folks. There is no difference between the white folks over here and the white folks in Ukraine. Right. The white folks in Ireland, white folks anywhere. Half of them will tell you they got roots over there. Right. So they good regardless. They ain't gonna do nothing but blend right back in with their own. Right. Like the scriptures say, they're gonna return on to their own. Right. They're gonna quit repping a country and start repping a nation. Right. Be about we got to quit trying to talk about that we're American. You see it every blue moon at camp. Some fool will come up, we're all Americans. We're all Americans. Yeah. Right. Right. And so with that being said, like there's benefits to come with being an American. What benefits do the black people get? Right. Like we don't get like they've already the studies have been out. The devils have admitted it. They admitted about how the CIA purposely pushed drugs in the black community. Right. What white community did you see done like that? Right. They've admitted how black neighborhoods are over policed. What white neighborhood, what other neighborhood you've ever seen done like that? Right. They've admitted that they've redlined black people from neighborhoods so they can't buy houses and own property and open up businesses. What other nation have you seen done like that? Right. You get what I'm saying? Don't let one or two niggas that fall through the crack be the standard for the nation. That's not the fact. That's not the truth. Right. And then the one or two niggas that fall through the cracks, they ain't helping nobody. They looking at you all stupid, saying the most stupidest thing. See, first thing what you want to do is you want to take you broke, right? So you want to take all your money and then you want to take $500 and then go buy $100,000 from the bank. Just buy it, cash. Get you an LLC, open it up, flip that, and get a DLC, which is the download once you buy this one game called Paid Back. Like, shut up, nigga. What are you doing to help black people now in their situation? Right. You understand? That'd be the same nigga that watched his brother get choked to death on a goddamn train. Right. For 10 minutes. You understand? Ain't nobody trying to hear that. Right. You understand? Ain't nobody trying to hear that. You posted these little videos talk about to learn more, subscribe. Right. Nigga, we know your hustle. Well, that's a hustle. Subscribe for what? So you can keep make money and not tell us shit? Like so I can put more money in your pocket? Yeah, exactly. That's exactly all it is, man. Now, with that being said, what you need to be subscribed to is the Isupk under Commander Junior Hana in every major city. You understand? Right. And let me tell you something. They refuse to what's it called? Monetize us. They don't want to give us not a penny. Right. And you know why? They won't give us a penny, but give you all the ducats, give you all the financial support that you can want. Right. Just like the Christian church, you know why they do that? It's because they see that we're actually helping people. Right. They see that we're actually getting brothers off for drugs. They see that we're actually putting together black families. Right. They see all the works that we're doing, that we're trying to establish black supremacy.
Right.
And what's wrong with that? I see Chinese supremacy.
Right.
I see white supremacy. I see Muslim supremacy.
Right.
I see African supremacy.
Right.
Every other nation is able to thrive and take care of their own, but you, black man, Hispanic man.
Right.
That's why these scriptures like the Maccabees is so important, because the same war tactics that they're implicating now or were implicated back then. The same hatred that they had back then is the same hatred that's starving now in the spirit of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, and on the spirit of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians in this place called America, man.
Right.
And listen, and if we don't get it together real soon, man, if we don't get it together real soon, we gonna keep on just watching brothers and sisters perish in this place.
Right.
You understand? Perish in this place. Let's get some more in the scriptures. Lock
Okay.
keep getting off center.
It's the book of First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 13.
It's crazy how the wickedness of the oppressor just make you go left field sometimes.
Right.
It sickens me just to watch them walk around. Lock.
Verse 13. Also, that whom they would help to a kingdom whose reign, help to a kingdom, those reign, and whom again they displace.
Yep.
Finally, that they were greatly exalted.
Who does that sound like? That sounds like the oppressor. He wants to be respected no matter what. You know why Karens act the way that they act? You know why that devil choked that brother out on the ground, on the train, all on the ground with him, and the other devils helped? Because they want to be respected. This nigger see me here. How dare him come in here yelling and screaming? I don't want to hear that. How many times have you seen devils act a fool on a plane because a baby is screaming? A newborn baby is screaming, and they freak out and get to talking crazy because the baby is screaming. Well, I gotta sit here and I just want to run peace and you just imagine. just think about that for a second. They're ready to kick you off the plane with your baby for their peace. Or like the oppressor will not sacrifice anything. You will always be on the bottom as long as you try to make peace with a person like that.
Right.
It's sad because we all remember that one friend that we had to cut loose because he didn't care about nothing but himself. We all remember that one friend. You stop being friends with him. You know what I'm saying? You would always share your candy with him. The second he gets some candy, he didn't want to give you a piece. You would always share your pop with him. Yeah, there's always a reason why. I'm saving the rest of this for tomorrow. Right. Just any and every. He never cared about nothing but himself. You knew to stop being friends with him. Right. How do you know not to leave the oppressor the hell alone? He is not your friend. Right. You don't give a damn about blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. Get over it. Quit trying to love them. You can't save them. The scriptures say, though hand join in hand, the wicked will not go unpunished. I'm paraphrasing the scripture. But the Lord is going to put them to death, and there's nothing that you can do about it. They have to pay for all their crimes. We're reading about their crimes right now in the Maccabees. We witnessing their crimes right now on TV as we see them choke people out. But you don't give a damn about that brother that died on that train. You care about if LeBron James, and gonna pass Michael Jordan. That's what you care about. You care about Steph Curry for three Steph Currys, and who's gonna win the championship and all that. And you know what made me really buckle down and focus on these scriptures and lead a world of man alone. One time I was in class, right? And Captain Kaparsha said, "You don't know nothing about these scriptures." He said he wasn't talking to me personally. He was talking, just teaching. He's like, "You don't know nothing about these scriptures, but you know who the goat and who the cow and who the dog and who the fish is, though." It's like, every stat that LeBron James has ever had in his life. And you know what the sad part was? I did. I knew all LeBron James stats. I knew all Peyton Manning stats. That's all I knew was football and baseball and basketball stats. I knew who the goat was, who the cow, who the fish, and the chicken was. I knew it all. And then he was like, you can't tell me nothing about a scripture. And I was like, you're right, I can't. I know nothing about these scriptures. You understand? The only thing I know is these scriptures is the truth. But I don't know. That's all I know. I know they're real. Because I know every time that these mighty men open up these scriptures and start reading, it relates to me. They say something that I've never heard before a day in my life. I never heard come out my Christian pastor's mouth.
Right.
I never knew about the book of Job. The beginning of the book of Job is so deep, where it says, "Have you met my servant Job? Ye be perfect." You know how much like that was so motivational for me because I used to get talked about. Oh, you just think you're perfect, don't you? Oh, you just this was the manipulation that people in the world did to me to get me to do wicked things.
Right.
Oh, you just think you're too good. You just think you're perfect. Oh, you're too good for this. You're too good for that. And if I would have had the book of Job back then, I would have told him, you goddamn right, I'm too good for that. I would have. You goddamn right, I'm perfect. You understand? But I didn't have a book of Job. Instead, I just have my pastor's teachings who told me nobody's perfect. Go out and make a bunch of mistakes. And then just
learn from them.
Not learn from them, but ask for forgiveness, though.
Right.
Make the mistakes, don't learn, ask for forgiveness, and make sure I get my cut.
Right.
That's what the Christian pastor taught me. That I can buy my way into heaven like an Egyptian.
Worship white Jesus.
Hey,
don't forget him.
Hell no. Nigga, you better celebrate his birthday. Right. Won't he do it? Right. This is what we were taught, man. You think they ever taught me about the Maccabees? You see how hardcore Maccabees and his father was? His father was, man, told the Roman, hey, man, we ain't doing none of that. We ain't doing none of that stuff that you said. We don't care nothing about it. We ain't going. And I speak for everybody here. I speak for everybody here. There's that one traitor that said, you don't speak for me, ran up there and did what the Roman said was disrespecting the altar. He thrust him through, murdered him, and the emissary. Now you wonder where that scene from 300 came from? Read the book of Maccabees. You understand? You ever wonder where these Greek stories come from? Read the book of Maccabees. What they do is that they steal the scriptures out of here and flip them to make themselves look glorious. Right. But these are not their stories. You understand? These are not their stories. These are made up stories from the Romans, the Leonidas of the world and all of that. Them stories sound very similar. When you hear the stories and then you read the scriptures, you don't put two and two together. Right. You don't put two and two together. Let me tell you when I start putting two and two together, once I start understanding the stories. Because I never knew the real story of Samson. Never knew the story of Samson. But I did know the story of Hercules. Right. And just think about it. Think about the story of Hercules and then think about the story of Samson. Don't they sound very close in feats and things that they did? How Hercules was just superhuman and could do anything, and then you read about Samson and you see how mighty he was and how he was just built for war. Exactly. Now you see, you get what I'm saying? They didn't do nothing but steal our stories, man. Maccabeus was on that Leonidas stuff, man. Right. He went to war with a handful of soldiers and defeated armies. Right. Armies. Where the armies didn't know how they were losing. The army's like, how is he beating us? Right. Remember 300 where they killed the war elephants and drove them back? Well, guess what Maccabeus did? He beat war elephants. Right. He beat war elephants. One brother went to the war elephant and cut him open from the belly. Cut the elephant, ran up under the elephant, cut him open from the belly. Elephant fell on him. It was like and killed him. But everybody else got hyped watching that man. They watched him die for the nation. They got hyped and slaughtered everything. You understand? Now start putting the visuals together. When you're watching your oppressor's movie and how he shows himself to be so hardcore. You wonder where he got it from? These scriptures. Whenever the oppressor want to make a good movie, he goes right to the Bible, makes everybody white, and sells out at the box office. And you don't find it weird. Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. You don't find it weird. The kingdom of heaven, right? Where the Persians and the Romans were fighting for Jerusalem and attacked Jerusalem with the Israelites there, right? Of course, they made all the Israelites white and stuff. That's with the one devil that played in Lord of the Rings, right? But now, take all them devils out of it that was in Jerusalem and put niggas there. Now you know the real story of that movie. And that story was based off of true events. That's a real story, right here in the scriptures. But them was black people that they were fighting with that held them off. You understand? That was niggas, Hispanics, Native Indians. That's who that was. It's crazy that we never knew this. I remember the old school movie, The Ten Commandments. That used to be one of my favorite movies, watching him just destroy Pharaoh. Once more, niggas. You understand, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Your life is a movie. Your life is a goddamn movie. It's time for you to start playing the main character. Quit being an extra in your own goddamn movie, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. Quit playing an extra. You are playing the like I said, the extra. You letting these devils run around here and talk about they're the chosen children of Israel, and you want to be an African. You want to be Wakanda forever. You want to be anything and everything but a child of the Most High, man. Embrace these stories that we are reading, man. Learn your history, black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man. Learn it. When the Jews man be you, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, woman, and child. This is your history. This is your blood. This is your birthright. So lock you. Got along with it. Let's get back to the scriptures. So lock you.
This is the book of First Maccabees, chapter 8, verse 14. Yet for all this, none of them wore a crown or was clothed in purple to be magnified thereby.
Yep.
Verse 15. Moreover, how they had made for themselves a senate house, therein 320 men sat in council daily.
Do this sound familiar? Black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man? The Senate House? How many sit in there? Hundreds of them? There is nothing that the oppressor has not stolen. His whole way of life. What say? Rome was built. The question is this: what did Rome take now in the world to build? Who did they want to build? It makes sense that Rome had all these goddamn slaves, and then Rome did all the work to build the nation.
Right?
That don't make any sense that America had all these slaves, but then America built America. The Americans built America. But what the hell did you have slaves for?
Right?
How did you have slaves, but they weren't the architects and they weren't the builders? I seen one devil, he was like, my family owned this land. They did this, they did that. He said, your family had slaves. He said, my family didn't have slaves. We didn't have slaves. You know how much a slave cost back then? The devil thought that he had cut him or something, man. Like, I'm thinking in my head, man, you sound silly. You sound silly as hell. You know how much a slave cost back then? Well, let me, by that same logic, Mr. White Man, well, shouldn't you be on the Negro side?
Right?
Why are you still fighting to get back to where black people are oppressed on a daily?
Right?
Hey, you could tell he was hurt because he wants slaves now. His family didn't have slaves, but he'll take some now.
Right?
But here's the funny part, Mr. White Man. According to the scriptures, you're the one going into slavery.
Right?
So you keep that same energy when the Most High comes back. When them skies crack open and 200 million angels fall out with them chariots, you keep that same goddamn energy. You understand? You keep that same energy. I'm be out there right front and center. You know how much a slave costs?
Right?
They're free. I got a couple of them if you need them. Get them while they're hot. You understand? straight up. We're gonna make sure that we repay you double.
Right.
Let's get some more on the scriptures again. Just gonna get two more scriptures to wrap it up. Yep.
Consulting always for the people, to the end they might be well ordered.
Right.
Verse 16. And that they committed their government to one man every year, who ruled over all their country, and that all were obedient to that one, and that there was neither envy nor emulation among them. Verse 17. In consideration of these things, Judas chose Apollos, the son of John, the son of Achaz, and Jason, the son of Elizar, and sent them to Rome to make a league of amity and confederacy with them. Verse 18. And to entreat them that they would take the yoke from them, for they saw that the kingdom of the Gershons did oppress Israel with servitude.
Keep going.
Verse 19. They went therefore to Rome, which was a very great journey, and came into the Senate, where they spake and said, Judas, verse 20, Judas Maccabeus, with his brethren and the people of the Jews, have sent us unto you to make a confederacy and peace with you, and that we might be registered your verse 21. So that matter pleased the Romans. So that matter pleased the Romans well. Verse 22. And this is the copy of the apostles, which the Senate wrote back again.
That's not apostles. That's Epset. I don't know how to pronounce that word, but it's not apostles. Epicite. Epicet. Epicel. Yeah.
Which the Senate wrote back again in tables of brass, and sent to Jerusalem, that there they might have by them a memorial of peace and confederacy. Verse 23. Good success be to the Romans and to the people of the Jews by sea and by land forever. The sword also, an enemy, be far from them.
Right. So, go ahead.
No, you good.
So, you see what Judas Maccabee is doing? Here's what he's doing. He's saying, you stay your ass over there, and we'll stay right here. You understand? He's not saying, listen, y'all come over here and set up shop, and we'll, everything will be fine. He's saying, listen, peace, we willing to do peace. If you stay the hell over there and leave us the hell alone.
Right.
We can be peaceable. If you stay the hell over there and leave us the hell alone. Let me tell you something. Is that not Black people's spirit? We will be a peaceful people if you just leave us the hell alone. It's crazy because when you see all these things happening to Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, what's the one thing that we say? Just leave Black people the hell alone.
Right.
What is so hard about that? Just leave us the hell alone. That's all Judas Maccabee is saying. Just leave us the hell alone. You stay over there, we stay over here. Y'all stay in Rome, we'll stay over here. We just want to be left the hell alone. I will stop killing your people if you leave us the hell alone. He's not saying, listen, I want to be your best friend. He's saying, listen, yeah, no sweat. Leave me alone and I will leave you alone. Does that not sound like Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians?
Right.
Even when you think about the so-called gang members, right? And I say so-called gang members because they really don't have any idea what the hell they're doing and what a real war is.
Right.
But even them, they like, just leave our block alone. That's what they tell the other gang members. Don't come on our block.
Right.
Leave us alone, we'll leave you alone. Right?
Right.
It's sad, but it's true. So listen, this tactic right here has always been a tactic for Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians. We don't have to be a part of nobody. And just think about it. The same tactic that we're talking about right now, every other heathen nation implements it.
Right.
Every other heathen nation says, just leave us alone. And we'll leave you alone.
Right.
Even Russia said it. Russia said, listen, leave us the hell alone. Don't worry about what we got going on over here. Just keep your nose out of our business, America.
Right.
America, he thinks he's Superman. I can't.
Right.
I can't. White Americans aren't getting their cut, so there's injustice over here.
Right.
I must interfere. You understand? And that's just the nation. That's just how the oppressor reacts. That's how the oppressor moves. That's how the oppressor is.
Right.
We have to understand that this tactic that Judas is implementing. This is really what the Lord said.
Right.
Judas ain't inviting them to take part and be a part of Jerusalem, and you can have a stronghold here, and we'll pay tribute and all that. Like, damn all that. Just leave us alone. Point blank, period. The council that you've seen him put together, this is a tactic that the oppressor has learned from Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
Right.
Throw it away. That's a tactic that they have seen learned from Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, man. We're going to go ahead and end the class there, man. This place getting ready to shut down. So you already know what it is, man. We are the Isupk. Started out on 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander Junior Hanna. Make sure that you like, share, and subscribe. You understand? Isupk. We're going to keep on spreading the truth. We're going to keep on doing the work. We're going to keep on dropping it heavy, man. So we'll see y'all next time, man. And with that being said, Israel, shalom.
Coors Banquet, the same brewing tradition since 1873. Start your legacy.
Hear you.
I like your style, man. Yeah. That's three.
Yeah.
Good looking.